people. What is shaking YouTube? Angel Buttons. Live from the fort. This is the new song I've been working on. I'm going to turn it into my motorcycle song. I'm not sure how the melody is going to go yet. My motorcycle runs on hopes and dreams. Yours probably needs gasoline. I'm just kidding, mine does too. Now I'm looking to make $1. So don't worry, fellas, I ain't alone. Yours got my back, I got a song about the ride. And I hope you look for one down there. Just I'm gonna ride don't worry, fellas, I ain't got my back, and I got a song riding so if you try to look good, I'll be around. Motorcycle, I'm going slow. I'll ride ride the melody all night. And ride I don't worry, 'cause I know God does got my back, and I got a song every down that so if you try to locate out the out motorcycle, go that road, all down that road, I do the rocking, so you feel rocking and rolling on to that all I don't know, I'm working on that song. I'm trying to turn my motorcycle song into that song. So I almost got it. It's almost there, I think. My motorcycle was gasoline. I'm just kidding. I'm red kids make dollars when I'm in a ride for my motorcycle will roll down that road. Just me and my motorcycle. Don't worry, fellas, I ain't alone. My guitar's got my back and I got a song. So if you try to locate and I got a song. If you try to locate don't worry about it. I can touch me and my motorcycle. See, I never practice it when I'm off my bike because I'm usually riding my bike when I'm on it. When I'm singing the song. And I'll go when I roll on down the road. When I'm doing it on my motorcycle, it's pretty cool, but like I can't really come up with a guitar that riff like that. So I'm just saying. I'm gonna try to get me in frame here. I got another camera on, which is really strange to me. All this doodahs. Okay, maybe that'll be a little bit. Maybe that'll be a little bit better there. Do I got you here still? Okay, hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for joining. I'm the Angel of Authenticity. Just fucking around in the woods today. Working on my motorcycle song. It's the newest song I wrote. I decided to turn it into the motorcycle song. It's not really there yet, but it's getting there. This is going to be the motorcycle song of tomorrow because I don't think we've had another one since Arlo Guthrie got into a pickle. back in '69 or whatever it was. You know, he was riding his motorcycle and broke a string, and the string wrapped around a tree, and it threw him right into a pickle. So I want to avoid that. It's a true story. I mean, Billy Joe's saying about like riding in the rain and shit, but like I don't know that we've had a motorcycle song in a very, very long time. You know, it's time. It's time. 'Cause we're riding, we're rolling, we're rocking, we're moving, we'll go on down the road on our motorcycle. So if you try to locate me, I'll be out motorcycling. I got like this like crazy tent looking thing here. Sorry, I had to let my feet breathe. I'm like platform boots. I'm not a big foreman. I'm not a big fan of platforms. And I gotta walk, I don't know how long it is. It seems like a million steps from here to upstairs. So I gotta walk up the driveway, and then I gotta walk upstairs, and my feet already hurt. It's like midday. I don't know what time it is. I don't use the clock, but I got like a bunch of scabies and my toes there. I don't know what's going on. Fork noodles. Alright. The song's called Forget Me Not. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I can't see the screens at all, but I gotta work on my sound, I know. I'm getting there. Forget me not. I don't know if you know me or not. Bloom flowers every December, which was why I remember the other day. Real purples all there. frequencial as you look flowers when the others pronounce. Can you be moving or do you not? I'm just a songwriter, not much of a singer, sorry. I keep trying though. What I can do. I feel like the song needs to be heard with the words. And like, I'd love collaboration. Anybody watching cringing right now that maybe could sing a little bit better than I do, I would love to sing with you and love to make music with you. I have a couple songs I would love to see just actualize with the whole band to hear it. I can hear it in my mind kind of, but like that's the drummer's part to do the drummer's spot, and that's the bass player to write the bass line. I figure when you're doing original music, you know, it's like yeah, sure, I got the guitar riff, but like then they could do whatever they want off of it, and that's how it's supposed to go when you're creating new things. And then it'll be our song. Sure, maybe the lyrics or something are really special to my heart, but I think that there's a lot of Americans out there. There's a lot of people all over the world out there that have been separated from their children for various reasons and feel that pain and that mourning of not knowing how their children rooted and how they did and what they're doing. For all them people I sincerely pray, my heart goes out to you. That's a kind of a void that never really goes away in a parent. It doesn't matter if it's your fault or not your fault, if you were aware, or, you know, if they had a great life or not. Like none of that matters. It's still a void of always knowing and kind of almost searching for something that you'll never find because you're looking for that void that you lost from raising your own children, your families, you know. Sometimes it's your parents or something, you know, maybe you didn't get a chance to take care of your parents and they went away, they died, or they're like they hate you or something somewhere else. Like sometimes not seeing that through like is another void that some people experience even if you didn't have children. Like there's a responsibility, I think. I don't know, they say it's in men, but like I had it very strongly in my life all the time. Point where I put it above my mothering, nurturing aspect of myself was the provider part of myself. I took that as an important role. Like you got to be able to pay your rent. You got to be able to put diapers on your kids and things. And when there's nobody else there to do it with you, uh, you forget some of the mothering nature. Like when you know, like just like that the bond that you get to create with your children when you're a mother. You're the provider and the mother. It kind of gets forgotten about there because you got to do what you got to do to survive, and you love your kids, of course, you know, as you're doing it. But like, so oftentimes the kids don't feel like that, or the people around you don't feel like that because in order to provide for a household anymore, they've got it just set up to where you have to sacrifice it all, or you have nothing. And that's what's going on, and that's what's been going on for like at least since I've been an adult. You know, it's like mandatory overtime or nothing, you know? And they do that on purpose. They want you to give up everything in your life just to have that blood money that you're fucking earning, you know, and that bullshit 9 to 5. We were never meant to be away from our own families, our own houses, our own homesteads. That's why it's all fucked up. They put the men into war and women had to go work at the factories. Not because it's fucked up that women work, no. Because everybody should be working at home on their own homesteads and their own farms, raising their own kids, teaching their own kids their skills that they have in their family that they're good at, you know, to move forward in life. And as the kids get older, they could branch out, they could do that, they could do something else, whatever. But like, it's not one of them forced things. Like, if you're trying to save your farm, you can't do it by working somebody else's. That's all I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just mumbling now. I don't know. It's just such an important thing right now going on because like the devil's always there to tempt you. Like, ew, how about now? Like, ew, you don't want no overtime. Well, what about double time? What about triple pay, darling? Would that be worth staying away from your family for? Oh, darling, you don't want to work no overtime. Well, you know, how about just 9 to 6:30? You know, like they'll always be pressing and pressing and pressing to get you away from your natural element, what you're supposed to be doing, your God-given sovereignty, not just by law, but God gives us sovereignty. And not even the buffalo and the free grazing cattle are allowed to free graze anymore. The government wants to say, we own them, they're on government land. They've been free grazing their whole life, back and forth, or to and fro, here and there, up and down, you know what I mean? Just being the cattle, wild cattle. And the government wants to fucking put a stamp and a barcode on it and kill people that are naturally wandering with them and making their livelihood for fifth, sixth, eighth generation in a row, which is such crap. We got to stop this. We got to stick up for people that are living off the land and have been doing so in their area with their rights, their lineage, you know, for the last 10 generations or 5 generations or 2 generations, even. Like, that's their spot to do that. That's what they've been doing all this time. Obviously, it's not right to just go and stop that. That's how we got America, and how it was founded. It was on a bunch of bullshit like that. We came in and we started fucking them with everything without trying to talk to the native people and say, hey, we're white people that hate the British. We're moving in. Where should we go? You know? We didn't do that. Instead, we fucking just came in like we owned the place and didn't really pay no mind to nothing. And then the Indians felt threatened and said, we gotta stop this quick. You know? And then it started terrible massacres. People were getting massacred left and right because of it. Everybody was just so scared of preserving what they had in their home. Nobody does that anymore. Nobody does it. You'll walk away from a whole marriage, your kids, the rental, the fucking job, and everything before you'll even try to fix it anymore because it's, none of it's you. None of it's anything that you want, even if it's your kid and shit. It's just like, none of it was right. Like, none of it's set purpose. None of it's going to lead you anywhere. None of it is something that's fruitful that you could actually, like, build off of. It's just like cookie cutter bullshit fucking throwaway consumption is all it is. And when I say consumption, I mean it. Like, even all these soulless people walking around, like, it's just all about consumption. They're not powerful. They don't have anything at all. Everything they own is on loan, basically. And, like, it's like, oh, if you just keep up your image, oh, if you just do this, like, you get so desperate to keep that up, they're actually doing blood sacrifices and crap. They're selling their ass, their whole chest, their whole soul, their whole everything, their family and everything, their time, their life, just to keep up that image of being that, whatever the fuck they want to be, you know? Like, you want real power, then just go into scripture, you know? God doesn't seed us in fear. There's no fear seated in the human beings naturally. That's all from Satan. He does not seed us in fear. Think about that. We're not supposed to be scared of anything. There's nothing that we're supposed to be scared of. Now we got to be mindful of a lot and intuitive and discerning. He doesn't seed us in fear. Instead, he gives us power. He gives us power. Janky Satan don't give you power. That's all an illusion. That right there shows you what an illusion's been casted over the American people, especially. I don't know about everywhere else because I've never been there. But like the illusion of power and big houses and this and all that, they own nothing. Like anything they have is going to be wiped out with a magnetic doodah or a few days without power or something like that. Your disposable houses and your made up debt to have a made up certificate to go work a made up job, then none of it will matter. Like did your job, like all that money you got an average of 58 grand of student loan debt. Anybody that has student loan debt, that's the average balance. $58,000. They'll go after your grandkids for that money. Back in my day, it was like that was how much a house cost, basically. You know what I mean? Like for real, like 58 grand. Okay. Do you know how to skin a fish? Can you start a campfire if you need to? You know what I mean? For real though, you have all this debt that's made up by the federal government, and the federal government says, we're so in debt because we made up all this other debt because we decided you needed a certificate to work this job. It doesn't matter really who could work the job as long as you got the certificate. Like, get the fuck out of here. Back in the day, it used to be like Dr. Quinn shit, you know? It's like, yeah, the old timer was the fucking doctor in the town until Dr. Quinn came along and he's like, well, I know she's a woman, but I know she's quite young, but, she like proved herself because she was riding next to the fucking horse and buggy wagon that was going down the road that had a lady in labor in it. even though it was too soon. Dr. Quinn knew what was going on and hopped off her horse into the wagon in order to fucking give birth the right way, in order for her and the lady not to die. Saved the baby, saved the day, got her fucking PhD right then and there, in that town as the doctor. Because the other doctors said that they were worthy of doing their job. That's how you used to get it. But now the government just one day decided, hey, we're going to have universities and we'll indoctrinate everybody and everybody can be brainwashed equally. And we know we have covered and we don't. And of course we'll make them pay for it because everything good you got to pay for. And then we'll make them pay for it. And then they'll have to have this little certificate in order to provide for their families on that caliber. Because like not everybody needs to be making what we make, darling. Like let's be honest. Not everybody needs to have that kind of cash. We'll have them make just below that. That would be good, you know. And anybody that like escapes that or goes surpasses that or comes up with a better way and actually gets out of that little fucking bullshit box they got you in, uh, they're gonna shoot down pretty much from the sky. They're gonna be like, no way, you can't do that. You can't show people there's a different way of doing it without paying us, being a slave to us, constantly working. None of them fucking was work 9 to 5. That's not how you get rich. That's not how you have a stable family. That's the last way you have a stable family is being gone at work so much. Listen to all them people that have these big careers, the big corporate America, or the rock and roll stars, or whatever, you know what I mean? And they'll all say if they can go back and do anything over, they would have spent and paid more attention to their family. They would have paid more attention to their family. They would have spent more time at home with their loved ones, the people that loved them, if they were rock stars or not. That's like a really eye-opening thing right there. They all say that. They'll all say something very similar to that. Oh, I wish I would have gotten out of the hoopla and maybe taken more time to learn an instrument or, whatever it is. Like, I always wanted to write that book, but I just never had time. And then people go to retirement age, and then you hear about it all the time. Them fuckers dying before they even get their first check. It's just such a sad thing. And now they're forcing it to happen. There's just all these agendas out there to speed up prophecy. You can't speed up God's timing, brah. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. It's not going to speed up God's timing. God's timing is in divinity, and like that's something that unless you're operating at a higher level that you can't even comprehend, you'll never touch over four if you're operating under something for greed or jealousy. If you have hatred or anger, you feel smitten, or any of them things. Like you're never over a four until you deal with all that and say, "Stuff, I'm smitten. So what? Yeah, I'm fucking jealous as fuck at him. Look at it. I worked real hard and I don't got nothing. Yeah, I'm happy for him, but I'm kind of jealous as hell. You know, I'm fucking envious. And you have all the names. If once you tell the truth about having them feelings, though, the second you speak it out, like, yeah, I'm jealous. So what? Yeah, it's like that. So what? I'm not gonna act on it, but it's like that. God starts doing something for you. You literally just took the hand out of the darkness. You got pulled up onto the teetering board. It's a five. You can go either way still. But once you go to a five and being authentic, telling the truth, standing in what you exactly are, now you're teetering. Now you stand in what you are and you own it. You're like, yep, that's what I am. That's who I am. And you start speaking that. Now you're going to go from five to six. So now you're going from living in your truth and being empowered to and authentic to being joyful and having love and being grateful. No matter what you get served, you'll be grateful, even if it's the same shit you had served last Tuesday. But you're in a different plane. You're on a different board that's teetering back and forth when you're doing it. And it's your choice to say, oh, this was the same shit I had last Tuesday. Well, then you're going to fall back down to a two or a three or a four. But if you can look at it and you're like, oh, wow, man, it's so much cooler from up here. Look at that. That's the same shit I had Tuesday, but it's like way cooler now. Check it out. I didn't realize that's why they did it like that. You know what I mean? Like now I can see it because I'm up at a higher perspective. You grab it like that, and then you're going to go from five to a six to a seven. And five never goes, they never deny their truth. Once you start speaking truth, you don't ever go back down to the jinky ass, shadowy realm, low vibration energy. You just don't. You can't. Once you see, you can't unsee. Like, once you stand in that truth, why would you go back and backpedal on it and act like around some people, oh, yeah, well, I don't be the bad, not me. Like, no, that's not the way it works. So just remember that, though. Anybody asking you to go back down to a low vibration to feel jealousy, anger, or hatred, to really live back in that again and to revisit that low vibration energy, it's basically asking you to admit that you pee the bed and after you've already came to grips and got past that obstacle and that fear. Or after you've already went out on the dating scene and had some dates that were great, you know, it's like that low vibrational energy inviting you back into the bullshit that you just got out of. And it's always a trick. The light will never go into the darkness to save something. It's always a trick. Because once you're down there, you don't got God to help pull you back out. You got to get out on your own. For sure, if you trip and fall, like God's gonna help you. But if you go down there and you start taking conscious steps down into the darkness to try to save people down there, there's already a third of God's angels down there that were falling into hell right now in chains and shackles. Like he's got a third of his army down there working on them guys. Don't get tricked into going down there because he won't be able to see you anymore. You'll be disconnected. And if he can't see you and you're disconnected, then he can't help you. He won't hear your cries for help. So just remember that. But the second that them motherfuckers step out of the darkness and get on the path, God guarantees protection for them. He says that he's got them once they get on the path. And they're there. To get up through to the path, you're repenting. You're saying, God, I fucked up. I don't know. I hate this place. It sucks. They said there was hot showers. It's nothing but bloody baths and fucking vomit to fucking waller in or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, I fucked up. I'm so stupid. Please forgive me. You know, please, I hope you hear me, like, whatever. I clean myself of all that. I deliver myself. I rebuke and I cancel anything I came in contact with, not realizing, because this is a bunch of bullshit. I see the scam now. I didn't before. It's a big scam, and I rebuke that in the holy name of Jesus. Please forgive me and accept me into your world, and please come into mine, and all that shit, and it'll change for you, because now you're operating under a higher vibration. A higher vibration is able to hear you and reach you because it will match you, whatever your frequency is. And that's why there's all these janky, low vibrational people that want to destiny swap and that want to harness your energy and steal your energy so they can literally like a dog does. If you've ever had a hound dog, you know that they go into the horse pasture and they'll roll all over the shit. Or a dead animal or something. They come back so proud, like they smell so good. Like they come back like, oh, look how proud I am. I smell so good. Like they think they smell great. And they smell like rotten, freaking dead roadkill. You know what I mean? Like it's disgusting. But they're real happy about it. Like it's the same fucking thing. They roll themselves in your beautiful divine energy and steal it and roll themselves in it, literally, and gallivant around with that energy emanating off of them. And everybody thinks it's, oh, wow, look at this great person. But it's only because they're emanating your energy that they've stolen and cloaked themselves in. That's how it works. It's just like a hound dog rolling in dead flesh. And they're about the same level of characters, too, that do that. I'm just saying. That's all they are. So if you destiny swap and you're trying to steal people's energy and harness their fucking divine essence and all that other bullshit that you do, whatever it is and however you do it, like, I want you to know you're nothing better than a flea bag ridden, unwanted hound dog that's fucking rolling in a dead carcass on the road. That's all you are. That's all you are. Nobody thinks you're cute or smells good, or they don't think that you're fucking divine. Just because you come back smelling like that roadkill doesn't make you roadkill. Your owner still knows. Yeah, you smell like roadkill. Look at you. Good job. It's just like it is with this spirit thing. It's like, well, good job. You smell like a divine being, but you're still a horrendous fucking wreck. So let's be honest. It's just like you're still my dog, even though you smell like roadkill. I'll put you in the bathtub. I can make you better. I guess I don't hate you altogether, but you're not gonna think that they're dead because of that. It's the same thing with divine energy. When they roll in your scent like that, like they still look all janky and they're all fucked up looking. You know what I mean? Even if they're beautiful creatures, like that energy will show through as soon as that divinity starts wearing off their little spell or whatever they cast to make it the illusion set. It's just crazy to me. Just remember that though. That's not power at all. That is no more power than your dog has to go and roll in the shit after he gets a bath and you got to give him another bath. You know what I mean? It's just a nuisance. It's not a power. It's not control. It's not even having anything. That dog thought he had it all, fucking walking on back like a stud, because he's got like a half a rabbit that's fucking squished in the road and smelling all bad. He rolled in it and he grabbed the head and he's bringing it home and like it's his trophy. It's all that janky shit is. So if you're trying to do things like that, or if you learn things about things like that, or you actually want to like, or you have, or you do, or you want to, like just know that that's all you are. That's all you'll ever be. You'll only be that ever. It's not like you'll harness that divine energy and then become that divine energy and be just like that person. The only way to be like that person, to have that energy, is to go do the work. You know, it's to go hunt and trail that rabbit down, find it, slaughter it, and fucking let it get all nasty and stinky on its own, you know, and then go roll on it yourself, you know, like it's doing the whole bit. A divine energy that smells like divinity, and that's so light and so abundant and able to hold so much. It's only valuable when it's in a vessel that's able to hold it. If you run out of gas and you go to a neighbor's house for some gas, or you go up the road to the first house you see for some gas, and you only have a 20-ounce pop bottle to put gas in, are you any more abundant if they fill up your 20-ounce bottle of pop, you know, with gasoline, and it's pouring over because it's the only container you have, and you need a gallon at least to start your truck, and you just let them pour out a gallon in your 20-ounce pop bottle? No, it's going to pour all over the ground. It's going to be all over you. It's going to be all over everything and totally wasted. And when you go back, it's still not going to be a gallon that you have. It's only going to be a 20-ounce pop bottle. That's what it's like to try to steal and harness people's energy that are of the light. And when you're a low vibration creature, you're literally still only going with a 20-ounce pop bottle. No matter what you do, your vessel cannot hold the gasoline that's going to get poured into you that you need, you know, unless you've done the work, unless you are the thing, you know. If you've done the preparation, you did the work, you cut that extra gas can in the back of your truck because you knew you had a gas leak, and you had a good gas can that you could take with you, so when you get poured into, you can hold it all, you know. Not in somebody running around with a bad gas leak and knowing that they ain't got no money or nothing, you know, so they're already fucking pushing it, and that the only thing that they have as a receptacle on their whole body is a fucking 20-ounce pop bottle. That's just poor preparation. You know what I mean? You can go get gallons all you want, but you're only going to be able to carry a 20-ounce portion of gas back to fuel your deal. Isn't even enough to start it. So why waste all that gas? If you would have done it right and humbly and with gratitude, like you could have went back and forth, and maybe taken 20 ounces at a time, you know, as you used it. That's the best you're going to be able to do. But otherwise, you're just sitting there dumping gas out everywhere because you're not going to be able to hold it anyway. You won't be able to hold it. Can't even imagine what it's like to hold that kind of light, that kind of energy, and have that kind of abundance to where you're transmuting it like crazy, just to be able to survive in this plane, and to be able to ground yourself in any capacity, anywhere. I don't know. That's my thought. Don't be the asshole spilling gas all over the ground. Nobody likes that guy. There's going to be another jinky demon right behind you that needs gas too. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. That was their soul's ascension. That was the opportunity for their soul to ascend, you know, by doing the right thing during that time. And like, you might fuck it up by just pouring all the gas out. Just because you didn't make it doesn't mean that you got to burn the bridge for everybody else, you know? That's fucked up to think like that. That's definitely low vibration. Anybody high vibration would say, man, I didn't make it, but you're going to use your body to like, help others to make sure they make it, you know? Like, it's a lack mindset, and there's a difference between having like a total outcome of bliss or a total outcome of destruction, which team you're working on. You got to decide what you're doing that day. Is it going to be in all things? You added it up. Where's it going to go? Is it building something, or is it destroying it? Taking away, or is it adding to? That's what religion really is, right? It ain't church or Bible or God's name. It's an inside of you. It's a real simple thing to figure out. Am I consuming, or am I destroying? Or am I loving and humbly adding to?
Oh man, that would almost hurt so bad. Stick between the toes. Let me show you how it's coming along here. So like I pretty much took this whole wall down a couple times now. I'm still gonna take it down more. I just haven't finished it yet. See the pile here? Like, cause I waited till it got wet and I was able to dig my sticks in a lot better. See, I was looking at it today. So see, like this was done like nice and deep. Like all them things in the ground right there are in like half of its length. So it's like, I don't know. It's pretty fucking strong. It's way stronger than the rest of them already. But now I was looking at it. I got a bunch of saran wrap. I got some pallet wrap. Because I seen a tree fort in the woods with some pallet wrap. And I thought, oh my God, I got to have it. You know what I mean? But now that I got it, I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to use plastic wrap. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I started looking at my structure, you know. And it goes around in a circle here. Let me like kind of zoom. Okay, so like you see all the trees, you know, all the way around. This is like a big circle. If you look kind of from the distance here, I thought, man, wouldn't it be cool? And then I got my tent over here. I don't know what's going on with my screen. Hold on. Okay, so then I got my tent over here. And I thought, if I went from that tree, that tree, that tree, that tree, and see, I like the ones that have two things on it, because then I could wrap saran wrap around one of them, and the other tree would still be on the outside wall. Like them, you know what I mean? I could wrap one and like keep the outside, because I don't want it to look like that, and I don't want the glare of it either. So I want to wrap. But I thought maybe if I went up like a teepee, I don't even know if I could get the whole, it's hard to see it. I could picture it though. So like now that I'm like wrapped in, now this would be, I'd be sitting in the base of my teepee, and it could go all the way up if I did it like a stick fort and then just wrap it with that saran wrap. I don't know if it'll work or not, but that's an idea. I'm not sure if I'll do it or not, but it is an idea. But I seen like the whole tree forts that are just nothing but saran wrap. I thought, oh my God, that's so neat. They put LED lights in them. They look really badass. What it would do if it got cold, you know, one time, or you know, a few months in the weather, you might be falling to earth. Coming back down to earth, they say. I don't know. See my other stick forts over there? You can see it by the boat, sort of. Let me zoom. Hold on. It's still over there. Wait, hold on. Where'd it go? Yeah, there it goes. Above that big stump, kind of in the dark spot. To the right of that, like, big hole coming up. That's the entrance to the other stick fort. It's kind of darker than everything else around it. You know? Yeah, that's the entrance that goes into the wooded area. The entrance to solitude. Anyway. So, anyway. Let me press stop on this camera here. I do got a new Chromebook now, because my other one broke. It was broke. I get them refurbished, so it's like, oh wait, did it go? No, stop. Sorry, hold on. A screen of the screen here. Okay, so see, we got a screen in the screen. Why won't it shut off? It won't, it totally won't shut off. I'm just shutting it. Let's see if that works. That's like my life. It totally wouldn't shut off. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's brand new to me. It's the first video I've ever taken off of it. It was a live stream I just did, actually, up till now. So I gotta put my boots back on, but I'm working on this part here. I want to get this pile up here. It's my goal for today. I don't know. It was my goal like for 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I had a goal. I don't set goals very often because I don't like to fail, but it's like a small pile of wood and debris left there. Let me zoom out. It's just like a little bit, that little bitty pile, not all that big stuff behind it. That's going to be furniture, actually. Just this little pile of crap right here. I got my wood pile over here for my fire. We got a whole ecosystem growing on this pile, so we're just going to leave that be. It'll be like a good natural compost or something. But this little pile right here, I want to get totally finished and separated and out of the way. So my little bench I got right here out of wood, and this is going to be a table. I got to be able to roll this log over here, though. That log right there. I got to be able to roll it this way. Up out of the way. Because it's like right up against my thing. That's going to be my table there. Right there. Once I could roll that log out of the way, which is going to mean I got to move all that shit in front of it. That pile's almost gone now, though. Because this little pile right here was like the size of one of them over there when I started, so. We're like down to nothing now. We're down to almost like stuff a rake could take care of. Just a little dude out of there. Just a little bit. And then I could roll the one log to the other log, and then I could make my bench there, and then I'll have a table and a bench over here naturally out of this big ass wood. So anyway, like, share, and subscribe if you like my channel and you like what I post, and it does help me beat the algorithm. And until next time, the angel of authenticity reminding you to get real and to stay that way.